In this video we're going to look at data that is in the wrong place. We're going to identify why the data is in the wrong place and what it looks like. And then we're going to identify where the incorrect data should go within the management tree. We're going to select that incorrect data and then separate or split it from where it is at the moment to where it should go to. And so we're going to move the wrong data to the correct fields. Okay, so we have data in the wrong place, and we're going to identify why the data is in the wrong place. And on this occasion, what has happened is that the operator has gone from one field to the other without changing the task. So we have to now move the two fields that we've got here into the right place. Now, it may be just helpful to put a Google map onto this, or a Bing map, as I should say. And so we come up here to the button on the far right hand side and we have a look at the background imagery. By pressing that button, it will bring up the background image, just to help us visualize where the fields are. So we've identified that this field is actually the right one on the left hand side here. That is Wolf Road. It's this one here down in the right, on the right hand side, that is the one that is in the wrong place. So what do we do to move it? To start off with, we have a number of options. We've got the select tool options here. Now, generally the select tool is the rectangle. So if I use the rectangle tool to start off with, by finding a point outside my yield data, holding my left mouse key down and dragging the cursor over the whole of the area. And when I release, we see that the yield data now has gone to black. Now I'll just, for example, just to show you the other selection tools. So I will left mouse click off that yield data. I'll come back up to select tool options and I'll select the polygon. And the polygon is useful that if we've got more complicated data to move. For example, we've only got one swath width or something like that, where we have to be a little bit more accurate in what we do. So again, I select my left mouse button outside the area and I move then my cursor to another part outside the area of the data in this example. Left mouse click again and just left mouse click outside all of the areas of my yield data that I want to select. I get to the end, I right mouse click and then click finish, and we see that we've got the same result there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it at that now, because this is all the data that I want to select. With my cursor over the data that's now black, I right mouse click and then go split. And it asks me, are you sure you want to split the selected points to a new job? And the answer is yes. So I click yes, and what it's doing now, it's splitting it, as you can see at the bottom here, into a new task. So if I now click the new task, the one that we've just created, our field that we just selected has moved. And if I use the zoom out tool, we can see both of the fields that we've been working on. I click the top button and then that's the one that we previously had as to Wolf Road. Now if we look in the jobs box down here, we still see that Wolf Road is the field that it's actually allocated to. So the next job is to move this field here to its correct name. So by right mouse clicking and going to properties, it comes up with our farming box, and it's got details of the job, the region and the task. And here we see that it's got Wolf Road as the field name. Now I know it's Court Barn is the actual name of the field, so I select Court Barn and go OK, and then click OK again. Just click OK, click yes to this one. We want to continue. We'll come back looking at the crops harvested at harvest unit price at a later stage. So we click yes. It's recording the operations, recording the changes. So now if I click Wolf Road, it comes up with that field. where we originally were, which is good. If we now look on the left hand side, Court Barn now has a task attached to it, and it's winter barley. And so we uncheck it and then check it again, and we now see that this field has now got its own name and it's correct in the management tree. So that's how we've looked at data. We've identified why the data is in the wrong place. We've identified where the incorrect data should go. We've selected the incorrect data, which was this field here. We've separated or split them away from the original data and moved it into the right place. So now we've got the field that was in the wrong place under Court Barn, which was the right place.